Daredevil just made his way into the MCU, and Disney has also added all 3 seasons of Daredevil on Disney+. So there's no denying the fact that we will surely get a 4th season of Daredevil on the streamer. And this time, it will totally be set in the MCU. But what do we know about Daredevil Season 4 so far? Let's look at everything that has been revealed. What is up, my fellow quirky people? I hope you're all doing well. Marvel has launched several Disney Plus shows, and 2022 will bring 3 brand new MCU heroes through Disney Plus. But the projects lined up for 2023 and 2024 are crazy. There's Ironheart, Armor Wars, Loki Season 2, Agatha House of Harkness, and Echo. But there's one name missing from this lineup, and it's of the infamous devil of Hell's Kitchen.
You put on that mask because it lets you feel alright with who you really are.
No Way Home just brought him into the mix while Hawkeye introduced us to Kingpin. But they have been around in MCU's multiverse for 7 years now. There's a reason I say multiverse, and I'll get into it very soon. Charlie Cox's Daredevil became so popular on Netflix that after regaining the rights to him, Marvel just had to bring him into the MCU.
I'm a really good lawyer.
Daredevil Season 3 was arguably the best Marvel TV show. It's probably even better than anything we've seen on Disney Plus till now. And when it got canceled after such a beautifully crafted season, people across the world were literally heartbroken. It's easy to follow anti-heroes like the Punisher who justifies killing their enemies. But Daredevil Season 3 really made us believe in the no-kill rule. All that goodness of Daredevil brought him back into the mix. But are we going to get a 4th season set in the MCU? Before answering that, let's try and answer these questions first. Is Netflix's Daredevil canon to MCU's main Earth 199999? Did all those Defenders events take place on the same Earth where Infinity War happened? Well, at least those shows like to believe so. They tried to reference the movies many times.
The man in the mask.
Terrorist cop killer.
Says he was framed.
Yeah, I could say I'm Captain America, but it doesn't put wings on my head.
But the movies never returned the favor. You see, all those Netflix shows happened under Marvel TV, which was a different wing than Marvel Studios. So Feige never really used those characters. But now that Marvel TV wing has been dissolved, and everything has come under the real kingpin of Marvel Studios. So Feige is bringing those characters into the MCU. But this still doesn't mean that Daredevil, Kingpin, and the others that we saw in the past were on Earth 199999. And I have 3 logical reasons for it. Number 1, if they were canon, then Marvel would have already said so. Kingpin was put back in prison back in Daredevil Season 3, and this time, it seemed permanent. But in Hawkeye, he was running free the entire time and his past from Daredevil was never really acknowledged. Number 2, many of these Marvel Netflix shows had actors who are now appearing in the MCU. Mahershala Ali played Cottonmouth on Luke Cage, and he is now playing Blade in the main MCU. Meanwhile, Alfre Woodard was Maria Dillard, and she played Miriam Sharp back in Civil War. How is it that 2 different characters have the same face? We could just pretend that maybe those people were close-looking doppelgangers of MCU's characters. But isn't it more sensible to make those past shows a part of another universe? Then all those similar-looking characters would just prove to be multiversal variants.
Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye.
Reason number 3 is that at least Luke Cage and Daredevil became really familiar in their cities. So it makes absolutely no sense that heroes like them would have never been heard of in the MCU. People with their caliber and fame should have been approached by S.H.I.E.L.D. And they should have definitely fought in Infinity War and Endgame. But they were absent. So it's easy to believe that their stories all took place in a different universe of the multiverse. And that universe is canon to MCU's multiverse, but it's not Earth 199999. I believe that all these reasons justify my claims. But if you still don't believe me, then let me tell you what the latest report suggests. Marvel Studios have not officially announced another season with Daredevil.
I wanted to make this city something better than it is. Something beautiful. You took that away from me! everything!
But we've got two trusted sources reporting that Marvel has begun developing a Daredevil project for Disney Plus already. Murphy's Multiverse reported that another Daredevil season will begin filming later this year. And Production Weekly also confirmed this. In fact, they've claimed that this project is being referred to as a Daredevil reboot series, and it is being produced by Kevin Feige and Chris Gray. So don't you worry, it certainly won't be a complete reboot. Since all the Marvel Netflix shows are now on Disney Plus, maybe we could get a series that caters mature audiences. But it's also possible that we won't get an R rating. Moon Knight didn't get one, so Daredevil could be stuck to a PG-13 setting. Marvel could go anywhere with Daredevil Season 4. We'll surely see him in a new suit, but will Marvel bring back the rest of the original cast? I can bet that they will.
One mention of Fisk.
I've done things that I'm not proud of.
Karen and Foggy should definitely return with the same actors. Rosario Dawson could be back. Kingpin can obviously come back since he definitely survived the events of Hawkeye. But who will Daredevil be fighting in Season 4?
Surprise! This is a different kind of superhero story.
I think Charlie Cox pitched the perfect idea. He said, and I quote, "I don't think it makes sense to pick it up where we left off." In keeping up with a lot of things in the MCU now, where there's this alternate reality thing going on. What they've done with Spider-Man and the animation Spider-Verse, it's a good time to have this. Unquote. Season 3 ended with a tease for Bullseye in Season 4, and we should definitely get a Bullseye versus Daredevil event in the MCU. But as Cox said, we seem to be in an alternate reality. And this time, we'll see a Bullseye who is MCU based. Wilson Bethel may or may not return to play Benjamin Poindexter. See, that's the comfort that Marvel has with the multiverse. They can keep any actor or character out, and they can bring in new ones instead since it is a different universe. Daredevil Season 4 is set to begin filming by the end of this year, so we should definitely get it by 2024, if not late 2023. And if Marvel maintains the 2024 window, then it's easy to believe that Daredevil would return in other projects before his own show.
I guess I have a way of pissing people off sometimes.
I agree.
He is first set to show up in She-Hulk later this year.
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm a normal lawyer.
I'm a really good lawyer.
And then we could see him in the upcoming Echo series. That would provide us the lead into Daredevil's next season. Okay, that's all we know about Daredevil Season 4. I hope you guys liked the info you got. If you did, then would you be a darling and smash the like and subscribe buttons? Also, don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and stay quirky.